Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life. They play good women, and I believe that the best actor should be in the best role. We put too much pressure on Tyler Perry. You know what I mean? He ain't put nobody on. The people that been in his productions, they not famous. All of them can walk through the mall without security. Be what you gonna be, but put your people on.
Harvey, I gotta ask you, how was it meeting with 50 Cent? I know he came to Tyler Perry Studios. He welcomed you with big arms.
I'm so proud of him, man. He's amazing. He's amazing.
Atlanta, I went to go see Tyler, right?
Right.
This layout, he's probably, not probably, he's about 10 years ahead of everybody.
More and more of 50 Cent's fans are turning on him because of his recent shady moves, like cozying up to Drake and now teaming up with none other than Tyler Perry. And guess what? It's not just the fans. Katt Williams has jumped into the drama, reminding everyone that 50 is one of them. And by them, Katt means those industry gatekeepers he's been warning us about forever. Now, 50 working with Tyler Perry wouldn't be so shocking if 50 hadn't been one of Tyler's loudest critics for his treatment of black actors. Remember when Nique exposed Tyler and Oprah for blackballing her? Well, 50 was right there publicly supporting Nique and even confronting Tyler about it. But lately, 50 Cent has been acting strange, linking up with all the people he once criticized. Now, some fans think 50 is just being an opportunist, doing whatever it takes to make more money. And it's nothing personal about his decision to partner with the likes of Tyler and Drake. But others are calling him a hypocrite, saying he's not the same 50 he was in the early 2000s, accusing him of selling out to become one of those gatekeepers Katt Williams warned us about.
If you a gay person and you in there, put some other gay people on. Put somebody on. Or don't be wondering why people keep saying gatekeepers. Because clearly, y'all are keeping these gates. Clearly.
So, to give you some context, there's been a lot of buzz lately about Tyler Perry and his supposedly strange antics, like allegedly pushing his preferences on male actors. Actor Brandon Jay, who starred in Tyler Perry's show Meet the Browns, just spilled some major tea on TikTok. He claimed that Tyler pushed him to play a gay character, even though he was originally cast as a high school student dealing with bullies. According to Brandon, Tyler pulled a last-minute script change and decided his character would now be gay and crushing on his bully.
They say you have 15 minutes to work on your script and we're about to start filming. I go into hair and makeup for them to touch me up and I start to read the script. And I see that Jeffrey is no longer gay. So far today, I've been given 3 new scripts and my character has been changed twice.
But these accusations against Tyler Perry are just scratching the surface. And there's another intriguing layer to this story that ties into Tyler and his rumored agenda. Word on the street is that Tyler's role in Hollywood involves not just pushing black actors to wear dresses on screen, but also allegedly putting them in compromising situations off screen. You've probably heard the long-standing gossip about Tyler possibly being on the DL. Some fans are speculating that Tyler might be projecting his orientation onto other black actors. And guess what? Katt Williams is not having it. A resurfaced video shows Katt calling Tyler Perry a drag queen and suggesting that Tyler is hiding his true self.
I'm saying I don't have any hatred in my heart for Tyler Perry because he works hard. But he is a drag queen. Let's be very honest. A drag queen is somebody who works in drag. Do you know who Medea is, sir? That's a in that dress, sir. That's not nobody's grandmama. Seems kind of to me that you could be a famous entertainer and make billions and billions of dollars. But the one thing you can't do is tell the truth.
Now, let's be clear. The issue here is not Tyler Perry's sexuality. It's the rumors that he uses his influence to pressure young actors into certain acts. The latest to spill the tea is media star Christian Keys, who revealed that 2 powerful billionaire men had approached him for years and allegedly tried to force themselves on him. While Christian didn't name any names, word on the street is that one of these men is none other than Tyler Perry.
I've kept one of these on me since '05. Whether it's a keychain recorder or a pen, because most predators would check your phone. And once this started, I was like, well, I gotta protect me, because I'm saying no, and I don't want this person, as powerful as they are, to try to get in the way of my work. So I started recording. So I have them offering me money to take my clothes off. I have recordings when I wasn't working with them or for them. I have recordings of them confessing that, the other guys that they have on the payroll, all of the above. And the difference is, the wonderful thing about confidentiality agreements and non-disclosure agreements is that they can't prevent you from turning all of those things over to the police, because crime attempt is a felony.
According to Christian, these men were relentless and refused to accept no for an answer. They kept pursuing him for years, showing up at his place and inviting him over to theirs. Despite Christian repeatedly telling them he wasn't interested, they continued to push. Naturally, when Christian's allegations surfaced, social media went into a frenzy, with everyone trying to figure out the details. Initially, many speculated that Diddy was involved, especially given his recent controversies. However, the focus shifted, and now most believe that the two men who allegedly targeted Christian are Tyler Perry and billionaire Robert F. Smith, the CEO of Vista investment firm. This suspicion arose because, during his live broadcast, Christian made a significant hint by saying, "Nah, I didn't see that documentary." Many assumed he was referring to Tyler Perry's documentary, Maxine's Baby, The Tyler Perry Story, which had been released just weeks before Christian's revelation. Regarding the other alleged suspect, Robert F. Smith, Christian recounted that after a meeting with a prominent investor to secure funding for his company, the situation took an unexpected turn. The investor invited him to another conference space, which turned out to be a private suite. The man then changed into pajamas and a robe, offering Christian champagne and strawberries. Christian provided another clue, stating that this same man is currently funding tuition for HBCU classes. Social media sleuths quickly connected the dots and speculated that it might be Robert F. Smith, who had previously donated $1.8 million to a program for HBCU students.
Yeah, he came back in, grabbed a strawberry, sat down, and I was like, yeah, I'm leaving. You got my presentation, I'm going. He's like, are you sure? I said, yeah. Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. He's like, are you sure? That second, are you sure, means if you don't stay and do what I want, you're not going to get what you're hoping for. Now, this particular guy is out here paying tuition for entire classes of HBCUs.
But this is just the beginning of the concerns surrounding Tyler Perry's behavior. Fans are also criticizing him for his portrayal of the Black community in stereotypical ways in his movies, and his refusal to hire writers who could bring more depth to his stories. They accuse him of promoting reckless stereotyping. In case you missed it, Tyler Perry's new movie, Divorce in the Black, starring Meagan Good and Corey Hardrict, received a shocking 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Yes, a complete 0. This is Tyler's worst score ever, even lower than his 2017 flop, Boo! A Medea Halloween, which scored 5%, and who is probably sitting back and saying, I told you so. None other than the legendary director Spike Lee, who has been warning people about Tyler Perry for years and exposing him for humiliating black actors.
And he's parlayed it into bought his own jet. You can buy a jet, you got money. But at the same time, for me, just imagery is troubling.
Spike Lee, the Oscar-winning director and screenwriter, is renowned for his films and documentaries that address race relations, urban crime, poverty, and other significant social and political issues. In contrast, Tyler Perry is known for his character Medea, which many view as a degrading black stereotype that he profits from. However, this is just the beginning of Tyler's issues, as he has also been associated with dubious figures, including certain controversial prosperity preachers with close ties to Diddy.
Let Tyler Perry and push the baby out.
Tyler Perry is also notorious for refusing to hire writers, boasting in Deadline about writing all his work himself and crafting new scripts in just weeks. However, when Spike Lee tried to warn people nearly 20 years ago about Tyler Perry, he was labeled a hater. But fast forward to today, and it appears the public has shifted to Spike's side. To understand why Spike has been so critical of Tyler, you need to see how Spike uses cinema to address serious issues. Take, for example, his iconic film, Do the Right Thing. Spike wasn't just making a movie. He was delving deeply into political cinema.
What I like about the title is that everyone has their own interpretation of what is the right thing. Not only in the audience, but the characters in the film too. I would love to go to theaters all across the country and watch the film, sit in the back, hat down, and then stand out in the lobby and listen to the debates and the arguments and these exchanges. I mean, people, the ushers will be mad because people were not leaving and they had to bring in the next show. And that was really what we wanted to try to do with that film, to really spark discussion, exchange of ideas, debate about race.
Spike's award-winning documentaries are just as fearless, exploring the darker aspects of America's history. Whether it's the 1963 Baptist church bombing or the Rodney King beating case, Spike does not shy away. His approach to cinema pulls viewers in with raw power, avoiding the melodrama or vulgarity that Tyler Perry's movies are often criticized for. Instead, Spike's films challenge audiences to confront uncomfortable truths and consider socioeconomic realities they might never have thought about before.
The people that make movies, I think they're very disrespectful to the intelligence of the American moviegoing audience. I think that they play down to the lowest common denominator.
Anyone else here smarter than me?
They just try to play the audience like they're stupid, and I think that's when you do that, you end up making, $75 million bombs.
It's clear that Spike Lee has never been a fan of Tyler Perry's work. Back in 2009, during an interview at the 14th Annual Black Enterprise Conference, Spike criticized the way filmmakers like Tyler portray black people with exaggerated stereotypical characters, describing it as coonery buffoonery.
Because each artist should be allowed to pursue their artistic endeavor. But I still think a lot of stuff that's on today is coonery and buffoonery. And I know it's making a lot of money, breaking records, but we could do better. That's just my opinion.
When asked if Tyler Perry's success with black audiences was merely about giving people what they want, Spike emphasized that audiences need to be more mindful of the media they support, describing the imagery in Tyler's movies as troubling.
So a lot of this is on us. A lot of this is on us. You know, you vote with your pocketbook, your wallet, you vote with your time, sitting in front of the idiot box. For me, just imagery is troubling.
As you can see, Spike Lee provided a thoughtful critique, focusing on the content of Tyler Perry's movies rather than attacking his character. However, when Tyler Perry was asked to respond, his reaction was the opposite of Spike's measured response. Tyler's response revealed his true nature, and Spike didn't even have to do anything to expose it.
I will punch the hell out of you. Say something else.
That is my answer to Spike Lee. Go to hell.
I will punch the hell out of you. Say something else.
Let me just say this about Spike, anybody else, all the critics, anybody else. You know, it's only black people that do this to each other. I have never seen Jewish people complaining about Seinfeld. I've never seen Italian people complaining about The Sopranos. It's only us as Negroes that do this to each other. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. I speak from the South. People love it. Why in the hell would I sit here worried about Spike Lee?
Now, another thing that speaks volumes about Tyler Perry's character is the way he's always pointing fingers at others for supposedly looking down on their culture, while he claims to be a man of the people who cares about his community. But if Tyler truly cared about his community, why does he have a questionable track record of using non-union labor in his productions? Why not stand up for black actors and writers fighting for their rights? Back in 2008, the Writers Guild of America West hit Tyler's production studio with an unfair labor practice complaint after he fired 4 black writers from his show, House of Pain. And guess what? The complaint claimed these writers were fired simply for seeking union representation. So yeah, it seems Tyler Perry's off-screen behavior is just as problematic as his on-screen characters. And that's why so many fans are now criticizing 50 Cent for getting close to him. But here's the real kicker. 50 Cent used to be a huge critic of Tyler. He even confronted him back when Monique called out Tyler and Oprah for blackballing her. So why did 50 suddenly do a complete turnaround and decide to team up with Tyler? Monique's story. As you probably know, Monique has been very vocal about how Oprah and Tyler Perry blackballed her simply because she refused to do promotional work for Precious without getting paid. And according to Monique, her only mistake was naming names that are off limits when it comes. Nique explained she was shunned and ignored because she didn't play the victim or beg for sympathy. She directly named names and didn't apologize for it. And according to her, that's the quickest way to get branded as difficult in Hollywood, especially if you're a black woman. Monique also said she believes that nothing will change until others in the industry start standing up and openly airing their grievances about people like Oprah and Tyler Perry. And get this. Monique claims Oprah and Tyler Perry didn't just blackball her and spread lies about her being hard to work with. According to Monique, Oprah even went so far as to sabotage her career by stealing roles out of sheer spite.
The movie The Butler, that movie was offered to me. Lee Daniels came out and said, I did offer Monique The Butler. But as he said to me, he said, Mo, at the time I didn't have no power and I didn't have no money. So when Oprah said she wanted it, so who played the lead role in The Butler? Oprah Winfrey. Lee Daniels was getting ready to do a biopic on Richard Pryor, and he offered me the grandmother. Who then calls Lee Daniels and says, I want to be the grandmother. So, as you're looking at me, it's the same way I'm looking at that sister. And I'm saying, why don't we sit down and have a conversation? Because the way things could look, it may not be that way, but just the way things look, Oprah.
Monique's statements have sparked a heated debate on social media, with fans suggesting that there's something suspicious about Oprah and Tyler Perry's behavior towards black creatives, despite publicly presenting themselves as supporters. This aligns with what 50 Cent pointed out years ago. He even called Oprah an Oreo and revealed that Tyler Perry acted clueless when 50 confronted him about blackballing Monique. According to 50 Cent, Oprah initially appealed to black women, but has been catering to middle-aged white American women for so long that she's essentially become one herself. In another interview with The Guardian, 50 Cent criticized Oprah for trying to depict him as ignorant simply because he raps about his real-life experiences. Regarding Tyler Perry, 50 Cent recently disclosed that he confronted him about the Monique situation. But Tyler apparently got scared and didn't own up to his actions.
You don't worry about cancel culture, huh?
Huh? Why would you cancel things that are great for the culture?
Right.
Like, I mean, like, I was like, canceled, like, Monique, why is she canceled?
Mm-hmm.
I had to revisit that because it was like, it didn't make sense to me, babe. I'm like, so what did she do? She said something you didn't like? So she didn't work for 13 years after that?
Right.
And then I know Tyler wouldn't support that. He never told nobody not to work with her.
Tyler Perry?
Yeah. When I talked to him, he was like, I never told no one not to work with her. And I said, but you Tyler Perry, and you never told anyone to work with her.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And he was like, I never looked at it like that. Because I said, you just got to consider how strong your influence is at that point, because it hasn't happened.
Like, you say some things that I get scared of.
50 Cent didn't just talk the talk. He walked the walk by casting Monique in the second season of Black Mafia Family, produced by his G Unit Films and Television.
Oh, come on, Goldie. Let me have one more game.
Leon, I done told you. Your arms is too short to play craps with a guard.
Put your money where your mouth is. Or I'll give you something else to put your mouth on.
I done already told you take your on. And I ain't gonna say that again.
Listen for me. I don't take orders from
Come get this silly out of here. Every goddamn Friday, Leon, you bring your drunk up in here. Get his ass on out of here. And don't let the door hit you in the pussy on the way out. Silly, you're too old for this.
However, it seems like something happened to that old 50 Cent, the one who used to call out the gatekeepers and stand up for others in the industry. Now, 50 Cent is actually teaming up with the very same gatekeepers he used to criticize. 50 Cent endorses Tyler. So, over the past few months, social media has been buzzing with theories that something weird is going on with 50 Cent because he's now cozying up to the same people he used to throw shade at. As if linking up with Drake wasn't enough amid Drake's feud with Kendrick Lamar, 50 just announced a big collaboration with Tyler Perry. Earlier this month, Tyler was signing autographs in New York City when TMZ asked him about his thoughts on the G Unit mogul, and Tyler praised 50, saying he's super proud of him. And when was asked if he'd like to collaborate with 50, he replied, "If he wants to, I love that dude."
Mr. Perry, I gotta ask you, how was it meeting with 50 Cent? I know he came to Tyler Perry Studios. He welcomed you with big arms.
I'm so proud of him, man. He's amazing. He's amazing. And he's blowing it up out of the water. He's blowing it out of the water. I'm super proud of him.
Mr. Perry, any collaborations with 50?
What's that?
Can we see any collaborations with you guys?
If he wants to, I love that dude.
Now, fast forward just a few days later, and 50 all but confirmed plans for a project between him and Tyler. 50 shared the clip of Tyler praising him and wrote in the caption, "Big collaboration coming soon. Sprinkle a little Tyler, sprinkle a little 50, and boom, you can't beat it. History in the making." It's not clear when exactly 50 started getting close to Tyler, but just last month, 50 shared that Tyler had invited him to his studio in Atlanta. 50 shared photos of his visit to Tyler's studio complex on Instagram, where he was greeted by a sign saying, "Tyler Perry Studios welcomes 50 Cent and G Unit." Tyler and 50 also posed for a photo together, and in the caption, 50 wrote, "I'm leaving no room for error. Tyler showed me some. Today that inspired me. I need all my money. If you owe me, you better give me mine now." Also, back in April, 50 took issue with a fan who said, "Dude Lauke becoming the male Tyler Perry. It's crazy to see. 50 then clapped back, saying, LOL, y'all better stop playing. Tyler will F y'all up. He ain't no sucker. Don't get it effed up now. And then, in a recent interview with Hip Hop Crown Nation, 50 again praised Tyler, saying he's 10 years ahead of everyone.
Atlanta, I went to go see Tyler, right?
Right.
This day out, he's probably, not probably, he's about 10 years ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
facts.
And then you going, from there, like at this point, like I'm sitting there talking, he's like, that you guys is crazy. Because he said, like we was talking about the Power Series and stuff like that, it's been #1 in African American and Latino households for 10 years. Right? But he's going, how much you paying for that? I said, man, I'm paying a lot for this. The money that is being put into it to make it that, because it's premium, it's super high quality. His model though is like, it's it. I'm not gonna lower the quality of the material that I'm producing, but I gotta get into his deal structure. The way he's doing, and it's actually now I'm moving into actually being able to provide production services and stuff like that. But if it's not at my studio, I want it at Tyler's.
Right, okay.
He said, man, I'm paying a lot for this. The money is being put into it to make it that way because it's premium, super high quality. His model is like, I'm not going to lower the quality of the material I'm producing, but I need to understand his deal structure, right? The way he's doing it. And that's actually, now I'm moving into actually being able to provide production services and stuff like that. But if it's not at my studio, I want it at Tyler's, right? Okay, so what's the deal with 50 Cent lately? Has he always been an opportunist, just making moves that boost his own success? Was he just pretending to care about fair treatment for Black entertainers when he supported Monique and called out Tyler for blackballing her? Why is he suddenly cozying up to people like Tyler and Drake? Or could it be something deeper? Has 50 actually become one of those gatekeepers Katt Williams was warning us about? Well, some fans are defending 50, saying he's just a savvy businessman who knows how to make the right moves for money. However, the majority of fans feel pretty let down. They're saying 50 has definitely changed, and not for the better. One fan said, from supporting Drake to this, I really feel like 50's either been cloned or compromised. There's no way the 50 from the early 2000s would be doing this. Another user compared 50 to his nemesis Jay-Z, saying, 50 Cent is just a more street version of Jay-Z, to be honest. He's always been a sellout, too. And another person added, I'm the biggest 50 Cent fan on earth, and I agree. This is very unlike 50 Cent. I now see why Lloyd Banks doesn't mess with 50 anymore, and it makes perfect sense. 50 Cent will sell out for $1 faster than anyone. But what's your take on 50 Cent partnering with Tyler Perry and Drake? Is he a sellout or just a smart businessman? Drop your comments below and don't miss out on the next video.